Have you ever wondered how people really see you? It's a question we've all asked ourselves. Sure, we can look in the mirror, but that doesn't tell us the whole story about how we come across to everyone else. So let's get real. Beyond what you think about yourself, what are the actual subtle signs that people find you attractive? We're going to dive right into that. And trust me, the answers are probably not what you're expecting. Okay, first up, let's talk about the dead giveaways, the visible signals. These are the things you can literally see happening in real time. It's kind of like the unspoken language of attraction. So we're starting with three big ones. First, there's the eye contact from total strangers. Then there's what we call the proximity principle. Basically, people just kind of drifting closer to you. And finally, my favorite, the random opener. That's when someone will ask you the most random question ever just to have a reason to talk to you. Let's zoom in on those first two. Think about it. You're out somewhere and you catch someone's eye for just a second longer than normal, or maybe you notice them looking over a couple of times. That's a raw, almost primal signal. Their brain likes what it sees, and their eyes just automatically follow. It's one of the most honest compliments you can get because it's completely instinctual. And that leads right into this proximity principle thing. The psychology here is just so interesting. We're basically wired to move closer to people and things we find appealing. So if you're at a party or a coffee shop and you notice people tend to stand or sit a little nearer to you than they need to, well, that's their subconscious doing the talking. It's a super powerful sign. All right, so the visible stuff is one thing, but what about what people say? Or, more importantly, what they don't say? This is where things get really interesting, with something called the compliment paradox. I mean, it makes sense, right? The more compliments you get, the more attractive you must be. That's just simple logic. But what if I told you that, a lot of the time, the exact opposite is true? So here's the twist. When someone is really, really attractive, a lot of people just assume it's a known fact. Their thought process is something like, well, obviously they know they're good looking, so me saying it would just be stating the obvious. So a lack of compliments might not mean what you think. It can actually mean you're so attractive that people figure you're already sick of hearing about it. Hey, if that last point just gave you a bit of a mind-blown moment, this is a great time to show some love. Hitting that subscribe button and giving us a like really helps us keep making more explainers, just like this one. We'd really appreciate it. Okay, so we know it's not always about what people say. So let's shift gears and look at what they do. How does their actual behavior change when they're around someone they're attracted to? These signs are way more subtle, but man, are they powerful. We're looking at four huge behavioral tells here. They might be almost too nice to you, or they get a little nervous, maybe a bit clumsy or awkward. Another big one is that they seem genuinely shocked if you mention a flaw. And sometimes they'll find a reason to message you even if they know you're with someone just because that pull is so strong. Let's really zero in on that politeness thing. It's not just normal friendliness we're talking about. It's on a whole other level. It's like their normal polite meter is at a 50 with most people, but when they talk to you, it shoots up to 90. They'll go out of their way to help you, or they'll be extra agreeable with what you say. It's a definite shift. Oh, this one is huge. You know when you say something kind of self-deprecating, making a joke about some insecurity you have, and the person you're talking to just gives you this look of genuine confusion? That's because from where they're standing, they don't even see the flaw you're talking about. To them, it just doesn't exist. So we've gone through the looks, the strange lack of compliments, these little shifts in behavior. When you put all the pieces together, what's the big picture? What's the real takeaway here? When it all boils down to it, attractiveness is really a conversation happening just below the surface. It's this constant back and forth of subconscious signals. It's less about having a perfect face or body and way more about the powerful, unspoken energy you're putting out into the world, and the energy you're getting right back. And that really brings us to the final, most important question, the one for you to think about. Looking back on your own life and your own interactions, which of these signals might you have been overlooking this whole time? I genuinely love to hear what you think. Have you noticed any of these signs before? Did any of this click for you? Drop a comment down below and share your story. And hey, of course, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button for more explainers that dig into all the fascinating parts of life. Thanks for watching.